Hey everybody, this is Pooka back with another game I played on the Pokemon Trading Card Game Online. This time I'm going to be facing a player named Alright, I'm not even going to try. It starts with an M and a J. I'll leave it at that. But I'm going to be trying out a brand new Ninetales Amoonguss deck that a lot of people have requested that I use, so I figured I'll build one, try it out. What the heck. I have the wrong Fungus, but that's okay. I'll live with it. They both have 40 hit points, I believe. If not, that could make an impact, but whatever. We won't worry about that. To be clear, I do not think this deck is competitive at all. I really don't think it's very good. It's fun, sure. You can do some kooky stuff with it, but it's really not very strong. It's a very fragile deck. All your attackers have 90 hit points, which, hey, that's exactly how much damage Darkrai does. So, I don't think it's playable for any tournament setting, but if you just want to have some fun, sure, try this deck out. You might like it. So, I see right off the bat my opponent is playing a Garbodor Terrakion deck, and that double colorless signifies that he is playing Mewtwo as well. So this should be interesting, because, you know, one of the many problems with the Ninetales Amoonguss deck is that you rely on your abilities, which Garbodor's Garbotoxin shuts off. So, if he ever gets that into play with a tool, like that Eviolite he has, I no longer will be able to use Sporprise with Amoonguss, which is the entire goal of my deck. You need to use Sporprise to get a couple special conditions on the defending Pokemon, and then Ninetales uses Hex Flame. It'll do 20 plus 50 for each special condition, so you actually hit for 120 for a single energy. So that's the goal of the deck. Right now I do not have a Vulpix in play, so I'm just going to try to buy some time, catch out that Trubbish, and try to click on that catcher. Apparently I can't see my discard pile. You can always right-click on the top card, but sometimes it just does not let you click on your discard pile. And this will be one of those annoying games. So I decided to go for Fungus's double spin to at least try to damage my opponent, since I did play a plus power. But I got double tails. So I do 0. I could have used Garbage Collection, that's Trubbish's attack, to put a card from my discard pile on top of my deck, but I didn't feel like there was any card I wanted to get back, especially because I figured I'd have to use Bianca. And here we go. Sporprise! You're poisoned and confused. I don't know how yelling that would really make that happen, but that's okay. Terrakion is now poisoned and confused, which is good because that's gonna debilitate him maybe. I mean, if he flips tails, he has to hurt himself for 30, so that's a plus. And now I'm trying to click the attack button and it won't let me. Okay, good. It'll let me use Garbage Collection still. There's really nothing I want to get back here. He has not played a supporter, which is why I don't want to use my N. So I think I'm just going to get back Bianca here. I don't even know if I'll be able to draw cards with that, but it's probably better than giving him a new hand of 6. And plus I get a supporter back in my deck, in case he top decks something like an N, shuffles my hand in, like, oh, there's an N. Go figure. So now if he gets a fighting energy and he flips heads, my poor Mew-EX, the most fragile Pokemon in the format, will get knocked out. My opponent will get 2 prizes, and that's going to be bad news for me because I'm going to be down 2 prizes on the 3rd turn of the game, I think. So I'm going to hope that he doesn't have the fighting, and if he does, I'm going to hope he gets tails for the confusion. There's the fighting. Now if he gets heads, I get knocked out. And oh boy, things are starting to go downhill. I don't even have a Vulpix in play yet, but I promote my trusty Amoonguss and hope for the best. I can use Rising Lunge this turn. Terrakion is weak to grass, so I'm going to be going for it. If I get heads, it does, I believe, 50 damage, which is a very bad attack. So 20 plus 30 if you flip heads. So I am going for it. I think I should just Juniper the hand away, and here we go. I'm going to hope for a plus power or a tool scrapper, and I get both. Now, I want to save the tool scrapper for situations where he has Garbodor out because I need to save them for the turns that I need to use Sporprise. I get a Super Rod. I think I should probably just use that, and I do. To shuffle some energy and a Mew back in my deck. I need a Mew just for Mewtwo defense. And I only play like 8 energy in this deck, so I need a fire as well. So, if we do some math here, if I flip heads, I'll be doing 100 minus 20 for the Eviolite. So I need to play the plus power, because then he'll get knocked out by poison. So, Amoonguss go! Rising Lunge, and we got a heads. He knocked out a Terrakion. Alright, go Amoonguss. Not exactly how the deck is supposed to work, but sometimes you just gotta improvise. And this is one of those situations. And, you know, maybe we got some hope. It didn't look very good, but my opponent doesn't really have much in play. He has a chair in there. Looks like he's got about 10 cards, so there's probably something to work with. But overall, you know, things are looking up. We knocked out the only thing that had energy on it. There's a Mewtwo that could pose a problem with a double colorless. But, you know what? We got a Amoonguss on our side, and I have a catcher, so I can catcher out the Mewtwo and confuse and poison it. And alright, I'll finally get a Vulpix out here. So I'll level ball for that. One of the nice things about this deck is that you can level ball for pretty much everything. So I'm going to catcher out Mewtwo, Sporprise, confuse and poison him. Mewtwo didn't like them spores. And we're going to put him at 4 cards, which is actually pretty nice. Now I drew 2 Tool Scrappers. Don't really want to play him right now. Don't draw energy, so I could be in some trouble if Mewtwo knocks me out. But I'm just going to go for the Rising Lunge, and Amoonguss is rising up. He's got the Eye of the Tiger, and Mewtwo is the next victim. So if, let's see, there's 60 damage, there's going to be 70. Yeah, I mean, if he flips Tails for confusion, he's going to take 30. And then Ninetales just going to come in and clean up. And the Ninetales Amoonguss deck could actually get a victory. And the game actually glitches and does 60, applies weakness to confusion damage. That's not right. And now Amoonguss can just take the knockout, and my opponent concedes to Amoonguss. There was no Ninetales involved with this Ninetales Amoonguss deck. Just a complete Sporprise that entire game was. Rising Lunge. The attack of the day, folks. Go out there and Rising Lunge your way to victory. As we see, the MVP was Amoonguss. Well, sometimes this just happens. So, hope you guys enjoyed this game. Shows the power of Amoonguss. And, see you guys next time.